Okay. Let's homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, Worthy One and fully enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So today we are going to learn Buddha's Karuna, compassion. Buddha had so very great two qualities. Buddha was emphasized the great two qualities. First one, Karuna, compassion. Second one, Panya, wisdom. So, the great commentator in Buddhism, Buddha Ghosa, and he was written in his commentary, Karuna Sitala Hadayam, Buddha's heart was cooled by the compassion. Panya Pajjota Vihata Mohatamam, his wisdom like a lamp and lighting around and dispel the darkness. And also Buddha's wisdom as compared to the sun is lighting. It's actually Buddha's wisdom is not possible to compare to anything. The sun can dispel darkness, but not the ignorance. And Buddha's wisdom, at the light of his wisdom, can dispel the very darkness of the hearts and make them free. So, Buddha had this compassion towards sentient beings. That's why he decided to be Buddha. He had many chances to become Arahant, to be enlightened. But his inspiration was more big. I want to help others. I want to help others to get freedom. Then he had that compassion. Once he met the Dipankara Buddha according to the Buddhist story. Once he met the Dipankara Buddha and he held Buddha and the Arahants to cross the muddy land, and he filled and prepared the road to walk to the Buddha and to the enlightened ones. Then at that moment, he got a chance to attain to enlightenment. But what he thought, like this Buddha, Dipankara Buddha, I also want to be Buddha and help others to get freedom. So, after that moment, and he keep wandering in the samsara many lifetimes to become Buddha. In the suttas and Buddha explaining monks that, and Buddha said once, monks, you and me keep wandering in this samsara so long time because of that ignorance, not knowing reality and truth, nature. And Buddha has mentioned he has been practicing a very long time in the samsara. Once he said, Aneka jati samsara. New, unmeasurable numbers, uncountable lives, and he keep wandering in the samsara to practice, to develop, to be Buddha. That's what the compassion he had towards us. His inspiration was Buddho hang bodhayissami, mutto hang moche pare, tinno hang tarayissami, sansaroga mahabhaya. Sansaroga. Sansara, circle of birth and death, is like ocean. It's kind of ocean. It's ocean. People keep sinking in the ocean. No escape. They cannot escape the samsara. They already fell into the samsara. Now they keep life to life, keep moving in the samsara, human to animal, animal to ghost, ghost to deities, deities to ghost to animals, and come back to humans, and they keep wandering in the samsara. No escape. And then Buddha said, Buddho ham bodhayissami. I attain to Buddhahood. And then help others to be Buddha. Buddha means enlightenment. Buddha means enlightenment. And Buddha said, Buddho ham bodhayissami, I be enlightened, and then help others to be enlightened. And mutto ham moche pare, I escape first. I get freed first, and then help others to get freed, to escape the samsara. Tinno hantare issami, I cross this samsara first. I go beyond of this samsara first. I traveled, I go in beyond this samsara, and then help others to go beyond the samsara. Samsara is an ocean, and also it is a mahabhaya, a great danger. It is a great danger. They all stuck here. Keep sinking in the samsara. They move in life to life. They holding nothing. They possess nothing. Whatever, wherever they born, and they get attached to that life, to their family, to mother, father, and children, what they have at that moment. And they live with them with that attachment and keep doing wholesome and unwholesome actions because of that attachment. Greed, hate, delusion. And then keep moving to another life. And they all keep behind when they left this life. And they born somewhere with empty hand and live again with attaching many things, whatever they see here. And they live with stress and enjoy, become happy and sad, worry, stress, and get so many, experience so many suffering and pain, and then die, move into another life. And they don't get attachment again wherever they're born, and they live and die again. There are no end of this samsara. Then Buddha has had the compassion to help us. You know, very interesting how Buddha spent his day. There's amazing compassion we can see from the Buddha. Buddha begin the day in the very early morning before the dawn come. After how he begin the day, after his waking up, and he see the world with his eye called Buddha Chakku. Then he attained to deep samadhi. That's called Karuna, Samapatti, attainment of the compassion. And he keeps searching this world to find a person to help to be enlightened. Buddha always looking for someone to help to attain to enlightenment, even to attain to the path to the enlightenment. Then he keep looking at this world. Who has a field with qualities, who has filled with a perfect wisdom, with perfect compassion, with perfect generosity, who can get free from this attachment, and because he has practiced, cultivated in this journey to attain to the enlightenment, then he needs support, he needs some advice, he needs some guidance to attain to that. But he has practicing and developing, cultivating already. He needs someone to meet to hear that Dhamma. Then Buddha, in the early morning, that is his first duty, and looking at this world, then he finds someone, then he keep going to them. And Buddha has done that. Sometimes Buddha walk very far to meet them. Sometimes Buddha when Buddha see they can attain to enlightenment, and Buddha keep walking them and keep meeting them, so several times, several weeks, several months. The one story, the Brahman. A Brahman is a farmer, he keep cultivating in the paddy field. And Buddha keep walking nearby him and gave a smile him first. They didn't talk. And smiled at him, and Buddha walked. He's a Brahman. He doesn't believe Buddha. But Buddha smiled at him, and he smiled him back. Then Buddha went his way. And again, some days later, and Buddha keep walking to where he's working in the paddy field, and he smiled him again. Now he smile again. Now when he begin the cultivation of the rice in the paddy field, and Buddha met him several times, and then Buddha started to talk to him. Now they talk to each other and became friends. Now the field is already about to harvest, get the harvest. Then he decided to, and told to the Buddha, when I get this harvest, I will offer you some food. Before the day he cut off the harvest, it was heavy rain. Took them all the rice away. He was very upset. He was very, very sad, because he promised to Buddha to give him. It was several months. You see, Buddha met him in the beginning. Because Buddha saw him through his Buddha Chakku, Buddha's eye of wisdom. That's the knowledge, jnana. Then Buddha taught him. Finally, Buddha didn't go to the field. Buddha went to his home to meet him. And he was at home and very sad because he lost everything. Also, and he thought Buddha was keep visiting him. He was nice to me, keep talking to me, like became a good friend. Then I promised him to help with this harvest, but I lost everything, and he was sad. And Buddha taught him, Tanha jayati soko. Craving, greed brings sorrow. Craving, greed brings sorrow. Tanha jayati bhayam. That greed, craving, brings fear. What's the fear brings to us? Why we become fear? Why we fearful? We fear because if something about to lose, something about to miss, that's why we fear. It's something happened, I will lose my life, I will die. That's the attachment, craving. So, then tanha, craving, attachment, greed, desires, brings sorrow into our lives and fear. Then Buddha taught him, and he attained to instrumental, the first step of the enlightenment. So then Buddha's the first duty is watching the world, searching the world to find out anyone to help with Dhamma. Then in the morning, 6 to 11 something, and Buddha keep going to alms round, collect some food with monks or by himself, and he get food and then he have it. Buddha only had the one meal for a day. One meal for a day. Then after that, and sometimes Buddha accept the invitation. Some people invite Buddha to come to the keep teaching them Dhamma, a short Dhamma talks. Then after lunch, called Pacha Bhatta. After lunch, 1 to 6 p.m. something. And in this moment, Buddha meet the visitors, kings, Brahmins, Paribrajakas, and lay people, devotees, and sometimes monks and nuns, and meet them, help them with teaching, sometimes guiding them, and giving mostly a short teaching in that time. So, most of suttas come from the Samyutta Nikaya. Connected discourses is at the moment in the daytime, Pacha Bhatta, that 1 to 6 p.m. something, a moment, Buddha's teaching to some lay people and some other bhikkhus and bhikkhunis, short teachings. Then 6 to 10 p.m. something time called Sayana Kala. In that Sayana Kala, Buddha especially keep teaching to bhikkhus and bhikkhunis, very profound teaching, 6 to 10 p.m. something, long teaching. And we can see those teachings come from in the Majjhima Nikaya. And sometimes Buddha made very special visitors like kings or something and keep teaching to them. And they Buddhists keep meditating with monks and guiding to meditation and keep teaching and solving their problems, answering to their questions, and solving some problems come from some dispute among the monks, Vinaya disciplines. And after that, called Rati at 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Actually, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and the time Buddha meet the deities, Brahmas, Yaksas, all not humans, and Buddha they spend that time to meet the devas, deities. And we can see so many suttas come from the Tipitaka, and Buddha taught to deities, Brahmas, devas, so many teachings. Buddha is not a person just to want this human world. And Buddha has the 9 great qualities, right? Of that great 9 qualities, one quality called Satta Deva Manusana, a teacher to humans and deities. Satta Deva Manusana. Buddha is the teacher for the humans and to the deities. That's the one of his 9 qualities. Buddha is a teacher to these all sentient beings, not only for humans. We can't imagine who is the Buddha. When you see this, his schedule of the day, how he divided, how he spent to benefit for the living beings, we can imagine how great compassion he had towards this world. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and Buddha keep meeting them and teaching them. After that, Buddha keep taking walking meditation or something and spending in samadhi, and then 3 to 4 and Buddha take 1 hour rest, sleep. Buddha just only slept 1 hour for a day. 1 hour for a day. And then he waking up the 4 a.m. something very early morning called Pato, very early morning, after waking up and he looking at the world with his eye to find out someone to help with teaching, to attain to enlightenment, to make them free from the samsara. And Buddha usually keep, if Buddha see someone like that, and Buddha especially go for him, they arrange everything to help him or her. Once Buddha saw a young girl about to die that same day, but Buddha saw she has a quality, spiritual development. If she hears this teaching and she can attain to the path to the enlightenment, Buddha visited her, a Gaggara, a city Gaggara, that's called. And Buddha kept talking to people, and Buddha was waiting until that girl coming to him. So when the girl came to see what's happening here, and Buddha started to teach, and she heard that. And she keep paying attention to teachings. And then she start to practice it again daily. And she attend to enlightenment. Actually, she attend to the stream mentor. Sotapanna, first step of the enlightenment. So, what compassion Buddha had toward us? You see the Metta Sutta. What the Metta Sutta says? Metta Sutta says to send metta, love everyone. In that Metta Sutta called Tasava Thavarava, who is with defilements and without defilements. Ordinary people who even enlightened ones, and keep sending metta towards all these beings, who is with defilements and without defilements, who is ordinary and who is enlightened. But my metta goes for all of them. And then Digava, who has the long body. And Majjimava, middle-sized body. And then tiny and huge bodies. Who is visible, who is invisible. Not even for the visible ones, even invisible sentient beings. Dittava yeva additta. Yecha dure vasanti avidure. Who is living very far away, and who is living nearby. And then send metta towards them. Sabbe satta bhavanta sukhitatta. May all living beings be happy, be free from suffering. Keminohan, to be free from afflictions, be free from enmity. And then Buddha said, practice like a mother love her own child. Practice and develop metta, send to this world. Love all living beings in this world, like a mother love her own child. Then we break the barriers, bonds, attachment to our limited loved ones. That heart is small. That heart is very small, very limited. It was limited to family. And Buddha asking to break that limits. Open your heart. Love everyone, but expect nothing. Expect nothing. That's the path to enlightenment. That's the path to awakening. In Metta Sutta, leading us to enlightenment, right? Metta Sutta. And Buddha says, who's practicing metta in this way, definitely he will attain to enlightenment. Then metta is not simple practice. It is a path. If we walk on it, and we will stop on the enlightenment. The cultivation, a fulfillment of that metta, perfection of that metta is enlightenment. So then we have to walk on that path. And Buddha said, the fulfillment of this practice is enter into the path to a path of enlightenment. If someone not able to enter into the path to the enlightenment, and definitely he will born in a Brahma realm. And Buddha said that. Buddha even encouraged us, even a very little moment, practice metta. And karuna, compassion. Karuna, compassion. Karuna. The metta leads us to karuna. Karuna is a trembling heart when we see the pain of others, suffering of others. It's not simply emotion, it's kind of active mind to help others. The Buddha's compassion and leads Buddha to help others. We practice karuna here and send out our karuna. That's a very simple way. This is a very surface of karuna. Beginning. That's how we begin karuna. Then when we have the Karuna, then we help them, support them. The Karuna make action, teach them, guide them, help them as we can. So that is the generosity. That's the breaking of bonds and barriers. And then leading, open our heart, and breaking barriers, bonds, and the developing that compassion, Karuna. So that's what Buddha had in his whole life, because Buddha saw this everyone in this world in danger, even in the gods, deities, Brahmas, in the heavenly realms, highest heavenly realms, Brahma realms, they are also in danger. Why? They're not permanent there. They live there for a while, according to their karma, and they come back to human realm, to animal realm, to ghost realms, and they keep experiencing suffering. Right? No one escaped, no one freed, and keep wandering. That's why Buddha said, Sansara is so long, so long. Inconceivable, the beginning and end. Until we have bonds, attachment, and craving, and we keep traveling in the Sansara. We experience, whatever we experience now, we experience this in this entire journey. It is very rare to meet a Buddha and listening to the Dhamma. When we meet the Buddha, we got a chance to listen to the Dhamma, then we got to practice it, to develop it, to achieve it. That's why Buddha spent his 24 hours of a day, Buddha spent 23 hours for benefits, for others. And he lived 45 years. 45 years, 23 hours for a day. See how compassion he had. So he did it. You see, he was born under a tree. Right? He born under a tree. He attained to enlightenment under a tree in an open area. He passed away under a tree. When Buddha passing away, Buddha never invited to anyone and come and join that moment. And he just let the monks know, and he keep walking. Then we learned the Parinibbana Sutta, right? How compassion he had. He spent and he visited everyone, and whoever he meet on his way to his final attainment, to enlightenment, leaving the world. So he keep teaching everyone he see, everyone he meet. Then he was lying for the final breath on the bed between the sala trees. And there was a guy wanted to see Buddha. The Venerable Ananda stopped him. No, you can't disturb Buddha. Now Buddha is in his last moment. Ananda didn't allow him to go to the Buddha. But Buddha heard that. And Buddha asked Ananda, let him come. Let him come. Before his last breath, and Buddha keep helping others, teaching him. So that goes Subhadra. And he learned something, Buddha, and he went and he started to meditate. Before Buddha passing away, he wanted to attain to enlightenment. Once Buddha said, monks, a compassionate teacher, if there a compassionate teacher advise you, then I haven't done it for you with compassion. I advised, I taught. Everything you need, you have to know. I have taught everything you have to know, you need to know to attain to enlightenment. The Mara is the highest deity living in the highest heavenly realms called Paranimitta Vasavatti. He's a deity, but he doesn't want to people attain to enlightenment and escape from the samsara. He won't keep people in the samsara, sentient beings in the samsara. Sometimes he disturbed Buddha many times, and he disturbed monks and nuns sometimes. Then he asked Buddha to pass away. Now you attain to enlightenment. Why you stay more? Then now you can pass away. Buddha said, no. I won't pass away until this teaching get established. These monks and nuns get established, and then they can attain to it at enlightenment, and they can help others to attain to enlightenment. Until that, I won't pass away. That's the compassion Buddha had. So, sometimes people try to kill him. Some monks, Devadatta, try to kill him. And some other people, like women and men, get angry with Buddha and try to kill him. The Magandhya. And they hire some people to kill Buddha. And they keep hurting him, blaming him, scolding at him. And Buddha very kindly, very patiently, listening to them, and then help them to understand reality, truth. Once Buddha keep walking to Agika Bharadwaja. When he saw Buddha, and he ran to the Buddha and asked him to stop. Stop right there. Don't move anymore. And he blamed him. You are an outcast person, lowest person. Very criticized, very badly criticized the Buddha. Buddha keep listening to him, listening. And then ask, do you know what make you outcast? What make you low caste? He said, no, I don't know. Then Buddha asked him, if you want to know it, listen to me. And Buddha started to teach him who get angry, and that make him outcast and low caste, and who hold anger so long, and that make him outcast and low caste. Not anger, let go. So on, and Buddha keep teaching him. So very compassionately, and Buddha taught him. In the Theravada Buddhist tradition, then the compassion and wisdom we have to develop. In the Mahayana Buddhist tradition, Bodhisattva ideal in Mahayana Buddhist tradition, that's the Buddha's compassion, how they practice it. And Bodhisattvas has vows. They not attain to enlightenment, they not attain to Nibbana, Nirvana, until the last sentient beings get free from the suffering. They stay in the samsara. They stay in the samsara experiencing pain and suffering until the last sentient beings get free from suffering and escape from the samsara and attain to the Nibbana. Until that moment, and they stay. They have vows called Bodhisattva vows. And they, in that compassion, they call the great compassion, Mahakaruna. Even Buddhas and Bodhisattvas keep helping the sentient beings to attain to enlightenment. And they spend their so many lifetimes to help them. So, in Buddhism, the life without compassion is meaningless. Right? Meaningless. The compassion, Karuna, we have to have it, we have to hold it, we have to develop it within ourselves to make it fulfill. What's the fulfillment of compassion? Enlightenment. Enlightenment. So then even breathing meditation, whatever other meditation practices, this Brahma Vihara in Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, Brahma Vihara, highest heavenly quality, divine quality, we should cultivate and practice within ourselves. That's the way and path us leading to the enlightenment. So it's good to practice and cultivate within ourselves. So do you have any questions? Before we end up this session,
is enlightenment temporary condition?
No, enlightenment not temporary condition.
Permanent.
Yeah, yes, it's kind of yes. Not even fully enlightenment. Even at first step of the enlightenment called Sotapanna, stream enter. The meaning of that word, Sota means stream. Apanna means enter into the stream. Who enter into the stream, the first step of the enlightenment, then he never falling back. He never falling back, and he stopped being enlightened within 7 lifetimes. Because when he attained to enlightenment, he cut off 3 fetters. 3 fetters. And you know that. Sakkaya Ditthi. Identity view. And he cut off when he entered into the Sotapanna, and he cut off that Sakkaya Ditthi. Self view about self or identity view. Because he understands this is not a permanent entity. It is rising and falling, rising and falling. Even mind arises because of depend on something. Thoughts arise depend on something. This body arises depend on something. Everything is dependent. So when we have craving, attachment, so we keep grasping, holding, and they keep moving in the samsara. But who keep looking deep into this nature, everything is impermanent, temporary, rising and falling, rising and falling. Anything not exist, same thing not exist forever. Even a thought arising and completely disappear, completely destroy, completely vanished. It's not remain anymore. Whatever thoughts right now we are having, the next moment is new thoughts, new minds. It's completely disappeared. There are no self-entity, even in the mind or mind factor. So, then when he understands this, then he is completely cut off that self-identity view. That's the enter into the stream enter. Then he don't see anymore as him as a person or personal, a permanent entity. And he understands cause and effect, causality, dependent condition. So then he be fully enlightened within the 7 lifetime and escape the samsara and attain to Nibbana. So, okay, then if you don't have any other questions, then transfer merits to the departed ones and share the merit with deities and ghosts, with all sentient beings. May they all share these good merits by meditating, cultivating metta and karuna, compassion, and listening and Dhamma, and these all good merits we're going to share with our all departed ones, deities, ghosts. May they all share these merits and have a good destination and attain to the enlightenment. Blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha and power of these merits keep you happy, healthy and safe, and help us to be freed from samsara and attain to the enlightenment. Akasattha Chubummattha Deva Naga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Sasanam Chirang Rakkantu Desanam Chirang Rakkantu Mang Parang Sabbhitiyo Vivajjantu Sabbarogo Vinassatu Mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you for joining and see you next week.
Thank you, Bante.
With, yeah.
Thank you, Bante.
Thank you. Teruvan Sarnai, no?
Thank you.
Thank you.